Now, I'm a big Alfred Hitchcock fan. I love the guy's movies. He is the master of suspense, and it was a director whose films I really attached myself when I started to discover directors and people behind the cameras and things like that. But most of the output I saw of his was the bigger stuff. You know, when he moved to Hollywood and started doing a lot of the bigger movies, the ones that are just synonymous with the guy. But Arrow Academy released Jamaica In, a movie I'd never heard of before, and it kind of caught me because it was by Alfred Hitchcock, and I was really curious about this one. Now, the setting for this is in Cornwall, and it is all about this inn filled with a roguish element that basically cause ships to crash on their shores so that they can kill everybody and steal everything on board and sell it. These are really nasty people kind of here, and we at the start are thrown into Maureen O'Hara's character of Mary, who is orphaned. She's going to stay with her aunt. She's sent a letter to let her know, and she's going there, and as the person is going by Jamaica Inn, she asks them to stop, and they just point blank refused. Not doing that, terrified of the area. It's notorious, and she kind of goes along to this Justice of the Peace's large mansion house. It's Sir Humphrey, played by Charles Lawton, who is this larger than life character, extremely fun, welcoming, happy to meet somebody new. He's having a party. He understands there is a stigma around Jamaica Inn, but he happily lends her a horse and escorts her back to that place, leaving her there. And we discover that her aunt is married to the sort of head criminal here, this nasty element, this guy who is only interested in the kind of money. He doesn't put any weight on human life. He doesn't care about other people. Really, he just wants, and that is all. And she is just shocked to be put into this environment where these people will murder somebody for this littlest cause that they have, that will decimate a boat and all the people on it just for some money, just for some goods that they can sell. And the movie becomes a little bit twisted and turning along the way as we discover some interesting facts about some of the people. You know, it turns out that Mary ends up on the run with one of the gang as she tries to save herself and her aunt, who is kind of stuck in this environment. That is all she really knows now. It's a really nice plot. That's like the first 10-15 minutes set up. I will not talk about the rest of it because it's a kind of mystery. It has some reveals in it, and I think they're interesting to discover yourself. I really liked a lot of the characters in here. Sir Humphrey was one of these characters that I kind of liked while detesting at the same time. You know, you had people who were struggling to eat. You had this large guy who was throwing these lavish parties, throwing money about, when maybe you know, it could have been better spent helping other people around about him. The gang and the group of hoodlums that hung about Jamaica Inn were all very interesting. You had this really kind of terrifying bad guy, I will say, the main antagonist, not the head guy, but just this guy that whistled a lot while trying to hunt people down or killing people, and you just felt that there was a great threat behind this character. This was somebody who would do untold things to people just cause, partially because he had to do it, kind of partially because he liked doing it. And you only get a few different sets in amongst this movie, but you get a couple of different action set pieces type of things where people are being hunted or hiding in tense situations. There is a situation where one of our lead characters is in a situation unbeknown that a couple of people are working together against him, and he feels that somebody is with him when they're not, and the tension and the suspense starts to build, as Hitchcock, you know, famously said, you know, show people the situation but don't let the characters in on it, and watch as the tension and suspense builds up. And it really does at certain moments as well. I was hooked with Jamaica Inn. There was lots I really liked about it, from the cinematography to the set pieces to the way it's shot at certain locations. to the characters, which were really engaging and rewarding as well. And it's a nice little story with some good reveals that kept me on the edge of my seat. I was wondering where it was going to go, and I was kind of happy with the finale as well, which was an unexpected set piece of its own. But yeah, Jamaica Inn for me was a really fun movie, really entertaining, and just another really good movie. It may not be up there with Hitchcock's greats, but it is a solid film. Highly recommended if you haven't seen it, or if you want to see more Hitchcock stuff. I'd pick up this disc. The transfer's fantastic. I'd love to know your opinion of Jamaica Inn. Let me know in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time on Man vs. Film.